Hey guys, this is only my second video here on YouTube. So right now this is a no judgment zone. Okay, I don't even have an intro. I'm literally just going on in to help you guys. So anyways, my number one most questions that I get in my DMs is how do I do my pretzel rods? This is how I do them. I do not pour them inside of a piping bag and put it in a cup. I do not pour out my chocolate onto parchment paper. I know there's so many ways to do it, but this is just the easiest way that works for me. I just put the pretzel in, use whatever spatula I'm using, and just put it on there. And then I just let the chocolate do the rest, shake it off, and scrape the bottom so that it doesn't pool, and lay it on the parchment paper. So if you have any other questions about the pretzels, just let me know. Maybe I'll do a separate pretzel video. I don't know. But this is a video on my small party package. It's literally just 2 dozen, but they get to choose 4 treats, and it's broken up evenly. It's 2 to 4 treats. So yeah, most people just pick all 4 different treats. And of course, the theme. So this was Boss Baby, and it came out so cute. I started with chocolate, and a lot of people ask me, how do I get this shade of chocolate to look so black? It's like perfect. So I start off with milk chocolate. I know a lot of people say, oh my God, you don't have to do that. You can use white chocolate. I find that the best black color I get is using milk chocolate, or if you're an almond bark person, the chocolate one. And then you add in some drops of the navy blue oil-based Color Mill, and then you add in drops of the black oil-based Color Mill, and it literally gives you the perfect black. I don't know why, but it's like the perfect, and it doesn't dye your teeth and all of that. So that is how I make my black when I am dipping chocolates. And then I did white, and then I did blue, and I didn't want to be too repetitive on the dipping, so I just, did that kind of fast. But with the blue ones, I did sanding sugar. So y'all know when you sand sugar, right when you dip it, you just dump the sanding sugar on while it's still not dry, and it just comes out perfectly. But I just wanted to point out that this sanding sugar was absolutely beautiful. When it's in the bottle, it's pretty, yes, but once it gets on that wet chocolate, it like transforms. I don't know, it's just so pretty. And I found it at Michael's. So if y'all got a Michael's near you, go to Michael's and check out their sanding sugar. And also, a lot of people ask why I put a paper plate. That is exactly why, because it is the easiest cleanup for me. You don't have to buy that special sprinkle square thing that I see people buying, or, you can use paper towels. You can use whatever. You can use whatever you want. Parchment paper, paper towels, whatever. I just feel like the paper plates catch any of the sugar, and there's, like that rim around it, so nothing can bounce away. And also they're easy to fold, so you can just fold it and dump it back into your container and nothing goes to waste. I just love this sanding sugar. Like, it's just so pretty. Look at it. Like, look at how it glitters. Anyways, that is why I use the paper plate. So I don't know, maybe that tip will help you. Maybe you're a beginner and you're still figuring things out. So those are 2 really good ones. The sanding sugar, go to Michael's. And when you're doing your decorations, use a paper plate. But with the white ones, I went in with my edible images, and I'm just putting them on there flat. And then I'm putting on the blue frame. I make all of my chocolate molds separate, like way before I even start my orders, just so that the process of actually making the order is way less stressful. So that's another tip, to dip all your chocolate first and then decorate. And make all your moldings prior to the day that you're actually making the order. But I didn't like the way the Rice Krispie treat was so big, and the edible image was like just there. So I took them off, and then I put a nice little infinity loop drizzle just so that there'll be something in the background. So then I put my edible images back on, and then of course the blue frame, because I am a huge cohesive person. I love my treats to just look the same. So I usually pick, the base colors, and then each color will have its own design instead of doing one design across all the colors. I don't know, that's just how my brain works, and I just like the way it looks in the end when you mix all the treats together. and they all just come together. But anyways, back onto what I'm doing here. This is the Infinity Loop Drizzle that all of you know has me in a chokehold. So I'm putting it on the white pretzels because obviously I just did it on the Rice Krispie treat. So I have to keep everything aligned and together. So I had to put it on the white pretzels before I put the edible image. Now, I do get questions about this too because edible images are flat and obviously the pretzel is not wide. So I pre-stuck the edible image to the frame. Once it dries, then I put it onto the pretzel. I do the same way with strawberries. That way they could still match. And then with the black ones, all I did was put a white number 1 on it because it just popped and it didn't need much else. I mean, the black was just so good and I didn't have to put anything under it because the one has a nice little design in it too. And in the end, it all gets a glitterified spray. So it was top tier. I like it. I put the little black bows on here and everything together just looks so adorable. So if you like this order, let me know in the comments. And if you like the longer videos, let me know. Or should I just stick with doing shorts? Because I don't want to bore y'all. I don't know. This is only the second video, so just let me know in the comments if I should just keep going or stick with shorts. Okay, love y'all. Bye.